Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at Marvel Legends Death's Head. Now, I completely missed this last year, completely, and I think it got a re-release, and I got this from Blue Arrow Collectibles in the UK. I've never brought from them before, however, they've come up trumps and seem to be the only place that I thought I completely missed this. So I'm glad that I got it, and I got this not from, so most people that watch my videos know that I'm more Marvel Legends X-Men, and I focus on that. However, this is very relatable to Transformers, because Death's Head has been in that comic universe for many years. Although I will be honest, I suspect it was more the classic stuff. I don't recall him ever rocking up in the IDW world. However, there was a lot of content, so I may have missed it. And I'm going to be reading the classic stuff when they release the compendium, hopefully in the next couple of months, which I'm very excited for because I've never read that stuff apart from snippets. So I actually know nothing about this character. I feel like he's perhaps a bounty hunter, and there's another Marvel Legends character that was released a few years back that either worked with him or was another bounty. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea. So I'm literally looking at this figure purely because from how he looks. And that could be completely wrong for I know, but you know, looking at this artwork on the side, that looks incredibly cool, man. I do like that. And on the back it has a power. I'm not going to say that word. Start. Oh, sorry. It's power in different languages. Gosh. Yeah. It says he's height. He has dragon claws. Don't call Death's Heads a bounty hunter unless you're tired of breathing. This peacekeeping cyborg from far future is one being Arsenal who doesn't care who his next victim is as long as he's getting paid. So I guess at some point he, was assigned to kill somebody in the Transformers universe. That's the only way that I can look at it. Then on there, that's very, very awesome. So let me get this figure out of the package and we can have a closer look at him. So out of the packaging, here, I guess that reminds me of Watership Down, a sea of blood over the fields, but I guess it's more of a bloody battlefield where Death's Head has awoken or walking on. So before we have a look at the figure, I'm just going to quickly just show you everything. I will look at these in closer detail and on top of and obviously insert them into the arms, which I think is how it goes. But just firstly, looking at this figure, wow, that looks absolutely gorgeous. I love that sinister face on there. He has bullet holes throughout the metal outside top. Oh my goodness, got caught up in the thing. And then obviously it goes down here in terms of he has this cloak, this red cloak, which I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Just the detail on it is just different, which I really do like. We've got one hand open with a sort of I don't know, an attacky, scratchy sort of feel. And then we just got details all throughout the body armor. And I'm not sure which parts, whether this is the metallic body or whether the metal pieces are underneath. It could well be that is the case. I just wanted to bring in another Marvel Legends as well. If I can find, there we go. We'll bring in Forge just so you can see how much bigger he is. And if you do collect Chug Transformers, he may actually be bigger than some of them, in particular Deluxes. I'm not sure in terms of comic scale how big he was compared to Transformers. That I think will be interesting, I guess, from those who are trying to put this in their Transformers collection. So just in terms of articulation, head can go round like so. I feel like he's got the usual Marvel Hasbro stuff. You got the swivel up there, very, very tight. Brand new figure, swivel there. He does have pins in it, which I think is disappointing for what I guess was considered an exclusive. And he doesn't have a double on the joint, which does restrict that. You can move the hand around, but these cuffs will make it a little bit difficult. In terms of this piece, it does have an crunchy crunch. Be careful not to put pressure on that piece as well. Can turn like so. It does obviously have the skirt, which you can sort of manipulate a little bit. Other than that, he would have the full range use of his legs swiveled there. He does have a pinless double on the leg, which mine is very stiff, so I'm not going to put pressure on that because I do not want to damage it. He has a lefty, righty, upsy, and a downsy. I do worry about these pieces. Mine feel a little bit loose, but I'm not going to put some pressure on that. I just realized that I wasn't watching my camera at all, so I do hope that I actually put that in shot. I apologize if I have not. So he can hold weapons, however, I don't feel like it feels solid, but I've popped it in there. So, but without the hilt, I feel like this doesn't feel like a proper weapon that he would be holding. But I think it can work from a tight quarter weapon in his hand, like so. Just going to take that out and bring that in a little bit closer. So I love the weathered sort of look on there. I think that is pretty darn decent. It's really decent. And then you can put the shield on the back, and you can see from the back, so that piece goes in there. But you can also have him holding it as well in his hand, which doesn't feel particularly solid at all. Maybe I've made a mistake there. Maybe there is another way that he is meant to hold that. So I'm just going to take the hand off this one. I'm going to do it off camera. I do apologize. I know I shouldn't do this. But very simple. Here is the battering in there. I think that's pretty decent, actually. Let me just try something with the shield. You know, maybe... No, that doesn't really work at all. No. I thought about putting that in there, but yeah, it's not really designed for that. So it is designed to go in the hand, like so. But yeah, I think that's pretty decent. It does feel maybe a little bit thin on there, but I think it probably does get the job done. I mean, you got to remember it's a hand peg, so I guess that's why they've had to do it the way that they've done it. I'm just going to put the other weapon on off camera, and then I will try again with the shield to try and get it into a better sort of visual. Okay, so here is the missile in the hand, and I think once again it looks very good. I can't remember if I showed you as well. Here is the mace a little bit closer up. So once again, I love the color. I think the color is great on all three of these weapons, and I think that just fits in there very nicely. And you can just pop it out once again. Weapon looks very solid. And then obviously you can stick this one in as well, which I think is probably one of my favorites. I like that a great deal. I think what disappoints me is the articulation on the arm, because it hasn't got 2 points of articulation. It restricts you in terms of the movement with this figure. Now, don't get me wrong, I know he's meant to be a bulky figure. I just feel like that just won that little bit. If they had that, that would have been so decent in my opinion. But hey, you know, what do I know? I'm just a toy collector like everybody else. So and then just finally the hands, let me just put them on off camera. And there we have it, his closed hand. So I really do like the look of this figure. I really love the decor. The weapons are great. I would have liked a better holding hand for the shield. Other than that, the shield is great. And I think in some ways, wouldn't it have been, I mean, and bear in mind, not read the comics, wouldn't it be cool if that shield was a bit bigger? Maybe a couple of these weapons. Considering his size, he is a bulky piece, and I feel like they just feel maybe slightly a little bit small, but you know, it's nice that we've got this figure, especially for those real hardcore fans of this and his appearances in Transformers. I'm not even sure what he's done in the Marvel Universe, but then again, we're getting Ram as well at some point this year. You know, who would have thought that Marvel Legends would release a Ram figure? You know, so it shows how well things are developing in terms of some of these figures being released. Never thought that would happen in a million years. I may have to pick up that ROM, just very similar to this from a Transformers perspective. And like I said, I have no idea his role in Transformers. I'm presuming he hunted some of them at some point or another. So I do look forward when I get to read that. And I think the hardest thing about reviewing this figure is that I've not got much to say about him and his character because I don't know. It's simple, I don't know. So anyway, hope you like my video. If you do, please do support my channel by subscribing. Would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody that subscribed to my channel already. Make sure you look after yourself. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.